Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today topic is electrical installation part 2. Okay, this is the location of electrical accident occur. So we can see and we can conclude from this pie chart is the highest accident should be occur at the substation, followed by the construction site 20% and 60% at residential area. Okay, the other percent is a little bit, only a few percent for other places. Okay, followed by IEE regulation and function. There is a various protection device that can be used to avoid the accident. First one, we have the main switch, and then ELCB, that stand for earth leakage circuit breaker, MCCB, molded case circuit breaker, fuse, earthing or grounding, and also lightning arrestor. Okay, the course and program outcome is CO1 and PO1. The lesson outcome, what you need to do after you learn this, you must be able to explain, illustrate the distribution of single phase supply that include junction box, cut off fuse, neutral link, and also the meter. Okay, and then discuss the function of the main component. And lastly, analyze the importance of safety device in electrical wiring. Okay, this is the distribution of single phase supply for single story house. Okay, let's see the left side picture. Okay, for domestic supply of electricity, the supply from the secondary distribution. So dekat secondary distribution akan step down from 11 kV to 450 volt. So 450 dah sesuai lah untuk residential area. Okay, and then they have tapping from one phase. So dia ada red, yellow, blue and neutral wire. And then bersambung kepada neutral cable become single phase. Okay, daripada single cable tadi dia bersambung kepada cut off fuse ataupun neutral link. And then daripada neutral link tu akan sambung kepada power meter, kilowatt per hour meter. Okay, to determine the usage per day. And then sambung ke circuit breaker for each houses. Okay, dekat circuit breaker, dekat main switch ni dia akan ada distribution board. Dekat distribution board ni akan ada main switch, resting button and also ELCH. Okay, so we can see from this picture also, it's supply from the TNB pole. So dia akan ada red, yellow, blue, neutral wire yang bersambung, and then sambung kepada cut out fuse and neutral link. The volt is converting from 415 from the distribution, from the unipole to 240 volt. Okay, dia punya hertz 50 hertz. Okay, this is for hanging cable. So we have also distribution from the main cable underground. Underground kita akan sambung kepada junction box dan sambung kepada sama juga cut out fuse and neutral link and supply to the electrical appliance in our house. Okay, let's go through on the protection device yang saya mention on the first slide just now. So firstly we have the junction box. This is the junction box looks like. Okay, the function is to do connection between the cable power supply to the building. Okay, basically junction box ni suitable for underground cable. Okay, then we have the cut out fuse. This one is to protect excessive current and limiting the power load. Okay, that's why we can reduce from 400 volt kepada 400 kepada 240 volt. Okay, then you can see the cut out fuse ni ada dia punya berbeza ampere. So depends on the electrical appliance. Okay, next is the neutral link. This neutral link device is to complete the flow of electricity back to the power source. Okay, so macam overcurrent, balance daripada current tadi 450 turun kepada 240 kan. So the balance current so akan balik kepada power source. So the neutral link helps to complete the flow lah. Okay, and then we have kilowatt hour meter. This is to measure the amount of power that consumer use per hour, hourly. So then we come out with a bill. Okay, then we have distribution board or consumer unit. Biasa tak tengok alat ni? Biasa kan? So kalau double story building, basically ada separating distribution board. Dekat atas ada, dekat bawah ada. But basically the main board is on the first floor. Okay, so this board consists of main switch, and then dia ada earth leakage circuit breaker ELCH tadi, and several miniature circuit breaker. So yang banyak-banyak ni ialah several miniature circuit breaker. Okay, yang kat belah sini dia punya switch. So you can see here, the main switch is here, and then we have RCD device, and then this is the miniature. Okay, for this one more miniature, this one miniature. Okay, it is the place where electrical connection are taken for the distribution of the circuit. Okay, so this distribution board will control the electrical circuit that's applied to the electrical appliance. Okay, then main switch. Okay, the function of the main switch is to cut off the power as well as protect the consumer from excess current manually for maintenance purpose. Okay, for examples, we want to repair our electrical appliance ataupun we need to do inspection. First thing first, we need to switch off the main switch. Okay, because it's dangerous to the technician. And then we have the ELCB just now. Okay, the function, okay, dia sebelah je daripada main switch tu biasanya. Kita letak the protection device. It used to detect the leaking current from an installation and will disconnect secara automatic. Okay, so it's used to protect against electrical leakage. It also can protect the circuit against overload and short current. Okay, so it's avoid more damage to the panel, to the board, distribution board. So we have the ELCB to protect and detect the leakage earlier. So that will cut off the electric automatically. Okay, then the miniature circuit breaker or MCB. Okay, this one is also automatic to cut off the electric current to protect the circuit cables and the conductor from what? From the overload and also the short circuit. Okay, for example, it also can be either thermal overload or magnetic short circuit tripping device. Okay, So basically, contoh you are using the iron yang dah rosak. So the control here, the miniature akan menunjukkan, mungkin akan tripping lah, ataupun kita panggil tolak, trip lah. Okay, so we can pull it back to on the current again, sebab dia akan switch off automatic bila dia detect any broken appliance use, dia akan terus switch off. Or sometimes it can cause the blackout to the whole house. Okay, so let's see the advantages and disadvantages of the MCB. First, it has factory set operating characteristics, and then they have the tripping characteristics, so we can do the circuit protection inset by the installer. And then they have the circuit rating is provided with the description, and we can detect a faulty circuit quickly, so we can restore back the electric to the residential area, to the house. And then it can supply a safety restore by the consumer, because the consumer is we call it an unskilled operator. Okay, and then the disadvantages, of course it is expensive, and they contain mechanical moving parts and therefore require regular testing to ensure satisfactory operation under faulty condition. So they are expensive, and also they need maintenance. Okay, next we have fuse. Okay, fuse is to cut off the current due to the excess current flow by using conductor. Okay, conductor melting at certain temperature. Okay, so dia akan conductor ialah wire lah. So bila ada overflow of current, wire akan melt. Okay, so fuse ni ada 3 jenis. Dia ada rewirable fuse, cartridge, and also high capacity fuse. Okay, let's see one by one. For rewirable fuse, it is located at DFB. Okay, if the wire is broken, the socket is taken out and the wire is replaced by a new wire. So we just need to replace the wire. Okay, and then the socket is then insert back in its place, and then it can be function again. Okay, what is DFB ni tadi? Tadilah distribution board. Okay, so we call it as DFB. Okay, then we have cartridge fuse type yang kedua. This type is usually located in plug. Okay, the whole cartridge is replaceable. So biasanya orang akan beli a new kepala plug. Okay, so advantage dia durable compared to rewirable fuse, and it is cheap. Senanglah kita tukar kat plug instead of kita nak tukar kat board. Okay, and then we have high capacity fuse. This one is basically used in a substation to protect the main distribution supply. Okay, and it is very expensive because it is bulky, dalam kuantiti yang besar. Okay, then we have earthing, or we call as grounding. Not much different based on earthing and grounding. The function is to connect all metal works that able to act as conductor to supply the current, and wireless system to the earth. So kita akan sambungkan one of the wire tu kepada bumi. Okay, this one is to lower the risk to get shock. Okay, one of the power service akan di grounding ke bumi. So we are using the grounding conductor. Okay, lightning strike can cause dangerous of power surge if your house is not protected, because the houses is maybe nearby the transmission or the distribution. So maybe the lightning will strike the outside electric cables, and it can link to your house. So we need to strike the lightning to the ground. Okay, another one, we can have the direct lightning that strike the Franklin roads in our bumbung shilling. It's more dangerous lah bila kita direct lightning strike ni. Okay, then another protector is lighting arrestor. This one already familiar with, dah bincang on the previous topic. So it is combined with the transformer. Okay, this is a lightning arrestor, lightning rod and a lightning arrestor. Okay, so the area cover is downward, and then they connect to the lightning rod. Okay, the function is to protect a tall building or structure at high place from lightning strike by providing an easier path for current to flow to the earth than through the building. Okay, so you can see here the connecting wire is not inside the building. So we build is outside the building, so it more easier to flow to the earth. Sebab lightning from above, right? So we want it to be faster going to the ground. We using the connecting wire. Okay, and then the connecting wire consists of the thick copper strip and also huge metal plate buried in the damp earth. Okay, so bila huge metal plate ni dia boleh bumikan lebih banyak elektrik, lebih banyak current. Okay, then we have lightning protection key. How we construct the lightning protection key? First, we need to minimum of 2 ground rod electrode. At least the kedalaman is 10 feet. Okay, then we need to have the down conductor. Connect gutter or other grounded metals are required. Tadi kita ada grounded metal kan? Daripada copper wire, kita akan sambung kepada metal. Okay, then we have air terminal or known as lightning rod. Okay, this must be located 2 feet outside the corner of the chimney. Okay, it will build outside the building. Okay, then we have antenna must connected to the roof conductor to detect and receive the lightning strike. And then the air terminal lightning rod must be spaced 20 feet apart along the end, 2 feet of each end. Okay, then we need to have dormer protected, and then roof projection used as weather vanes or satellite dishes. This one connected to lightning protection system, and then the protection device akan install dekat main electric panel or meter, and another surge protection device can be installed at the electronic house. Okay, so this is the lightning protection key that we should follow. Okay, and then we have location that lightning arrestor are needed. So kat mana kita nak letak lightning arrestor? Okay, known stormy area where possibility lightning strike is frequent. So basically kita boleh detect lah area that always have lightning. And then lightning also always happen in a hilly or high area that nearby the telecommunication tower. And then the structure that are more than 53-meter height pylon. And then structure and its content are sensitive or highly prices. Contohnya fuel tanks or electronic factories. So sama juga dengan konsepnya, kalau you perasan lori yang bawa oil tu dia punya body tu shining, right, metals. So dia mesti ada alat that salurkan ke bumi, grounding. Okay, and then at the railway station, because at railway station pun banyak use of metals. Okay, then we have to conclude it. The protective device are very important to detect the abnormal faulty condition and then to disconnect the faulty elements automatically. And then for safety and expensive electrical device as well as safety to the people. So instead of we can save our electrical appliance, we also can save consumer. Okay, and then it's used for quick action, actually to improve those problem related to electrical supply. Okay, so protection device ni able to helps in remove the problem on the electrical supply. Okay, thank you.